All right, good Saturday morning. It is 8:15 or 8:16 actually here in Boise, Idaho. I gotta say the sun gets up and sets later here. We're right on the border of Idaho and Oregon. So and there's a time zone right there, and so I haven't really adjusted yet. But I start work on Saturday, which is going to be nice. Not Saturday, Monday, which is going to be nice. So the main focus for me has been to work on my health, really. So I've been working to get more in shape, and of course working through all the material, all the stuff that I'll be working on. Corey says, "I like your last video, Ricky. I think it will get lots of views." Man, I hope so. Hey, what's going on, Neil? I hope so. Because it's a hard one to talk about, right? It's or a hard one to find the right answers. And that was something I was thinking about. That's usually what my best videos usually do that. And hopefully you like the new intro too. So and the new outro as well, which is not really an outro, but I was figuring, a lot of people don't watch those outros. They kind of taper off and leave almost immediately, so I thought that would be a good way to do that. So yeah, we'll see what goes on there. So yeah, oh, and by the way, I just reached an achievement for myself, which is a silly achievement, but if we go here to the YouTube dashboard, let's see. If we go here to the YouTube dashboard, in my notifications right here up at the top, Brad from Traversy Media finally responded to one of my comments. And so I was like, yes! For those of you who don't know, Brad's awesome. The intro is lit. It's so lit, man. It's super lit. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it took me a while. That's one thing I was not excited to do, was all that new rebranding, but I knew that I had to do it. Like, now was the time to do it, which was a bummer. But happy it's done now. So what I'm looking for now is just to share some stuff. So let's see if I can't share this live stream with some people, huh? How about that? It always takes me a while to find out where this is. Come join. So I've been walking a lot. That's why I've been taking care of it. Walking a ton, like 10 miles a day. There's been like one day that I haven't done it, or maybe two. Maybe yesterday it was two. But I still kept on doing other exercises. So 2 more days before I start my job. My back is feeling a lot better. But I think that plays a huge role in how I feel and probably how I code. So if I can get in shape, then maybe I can... make better code. I do have to change this background though. I think it's well, maybe the background will update itself. But yeah, I've done some rebranding. Let me know what you think about that. I'll probably do some more topics like that about getting a developer role or something like soft, because I'm working on a course now that I can't really show. So we're finally out of the portfolio era. The portfolio arc was long and did not get a lot of views, which is fine. But I just thought that it was something I had to do to get that portfolio done, something for myself. So there you have it. What's everyone else got going on today? Hey, Pavan. Nice. Nice. I'm not quite sure what we're talking about when it comes to nice, but I think I know. There is a lag here, and that's on purpose with the stream. It helps it run smoother, but I'm going to kind of shorten it up here in the future. Just haven't gotten around to it. Sorry, guys. So usually I'll see your comment within about 30 seconds, which I need to tighten up there. What I'm doing right now is just sharing this live stream with everyone. So we can get a lot of people in here, so we can get a lot more questions. Let's see, 5 watching. Ooh, that's pretty good for a Saturday. Starting off 4 minutes. Anyone look in the space? Oh, something interesting happened to me today. I woke up and I found that someone I used to work with went through coding boot camp here in Boise, and was asking for suggestions on how to stand out. And that was interesting. It looks like more and more people are trying to get into development, which is hard, but you know, it's nice to see, and that means you got to push just as hard to stand out, and that's what he was talking about. So definitely check out the, if you haven't seen it since we were talking about it. Let me see here. How can we share this? This one right here, this video. Let me make it a little bit larger. The how to get a web developer job without a computer science degree. Check it out, and you'll have my thoughts on it about getting a developer degree, which is tricky, but definitely doable. Hey, Dantana, K-Web Codes from Discord. What's up? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. I'm in a Discord channel too. Corey says, your next video, how I went from being broke to making 100+ K in web development, it will get many views. But would it be true though? You know, that's the other thing. I wish maybe like 300K. But when we get there, Corey, we'll get there for sure. But when we do, you bet I'll be sharing that video, as so long as I can do it with my employers. Appreciate you guys all sharing the stream. We got 5 here. That's great for me. Appreciate that. I do like it when you guys come in, but I have to always come with that content, right? And live streams are the easiest one to create, but I'm gonna start going back to more produced pieces. They just take a long time. 300K would get even more views, right? You always got to watch out for these spammy titles, like how to get a web developer job without a computer science degree. That one sounded kind of spammy to me, but it's not. You know, if we think about it, I made sure that the video was upfront and honest. Computer science degrees are legit, or a legit way to get a job. I wouldn't say necessarily legit. But yeah, I agree with you there. So I have been exercising, like I've said, and I've seen a huge impact on me over just like the past week. My clothes fit better. I feel more alert here, although I do still get exhausted sometimes from just being trying to adjust to the new place. That's something I totally underestimated about how much time it takes to move and to get into like a new place. Just bought a table. That took me like 3 or 4 hours just going around the city, and that's just something I wasn't ready to account for. But today, tomorrow, hard exercise days and hard study days, and then start work on Monday. Nice wolves don't survive in Yellowstone. I ain't no nice wolf. I ain't no wolf. I don't know. You're right. I need to make it on YouTube because I'm lacking, but I've got a few tricks up my sleeve here, Corey. Don't worry about it, man. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And the new setup is sweet. I know it doesn't look that way looking at it this way, but when you turn around, hot darn, it's looking pretty good. But some new topics. If you guys do have questions on topics, put them in the comments. It never hurts. Happy channel, crazy cool guy. I don't know how to respond to that, man. So I just had a happy channel that will not show up. But it looks like it's like a creepy number. Looks like a lot of people have been calling it. This phone call will remodel your life. Anyway, sorry about that. I just had a message that came in with a phone number. We'll check it out later, Happy Channel. I will check it out later. Not right now, unless it's related to web development, which it is not. But I appreciate you coming through and put it down there. So, what are we going to... What do you want to talk about, everyone? Let me know what projects you're working on or what questions you have. What is the Discord channel you're in? Hey, Corey, that is a fair question. Let me see if I can get here and pull it up so I can share this with you. Zero are online right now. It's called CodeFlow Community. I'll share the channel name here. Maybe. Well, I'll just share the group here. All right. This is the Discord. It's up here. CodeFlow Community. If you want to join, I'm sure CodeRunner would really appreciate that. Hell yeah. So, check it out. Check it out. What should we look at today? That's what I want to know. What do you guys want to think? What do you guys want from me? That's really what it is. It is a private channel. I can get a link. Thanks, Neil. Neil's on it. It's a private channel. By invite only. But I think you guys are pretty cool cats. Daytona says, I am working on a redesign for a live project. I'm trying to make it look better, optimize it for SEO. Oh, definitely. A great way to optimize for SEO first is alt tags. Those are the easiest ones. Alt tags, title, description. But even though that's not really for SEO, that's more for like page, like when they see the description with Google, do that. But I'm sure you know a lot of this stuff. So this is more for everyone else that's wondering about that. And great content. Just make sure it's right, not spammy. Mobile design, you know, how long they stay on the page, all that stuff. Ramsey's first again. Hot darn. Damn, Ramsey. Can you give me an invite link? Corey, I think Neil's actually on that. So, Neil, if you are, let us know and put it in the chat. That would be great. I would definitely do that if I were you. Let's see. Web dev live. All right, sorry, I'm just sending out a tweet to invite people to come to the channel. You know, you got to stay up on that. You got to stay up on that promoting. If you don't, you have to kind of like promote outside of YouTube now, which is something I struggle with because it's hard for me. But I do like sharing a lot here in. I use Facebook, sometimes Twitter. Twitter is, I'm not that great at it. And LinkedIn has actually been great for me. I really like LinkedIn for sharing. But LinkedIn is actually my favorite platform. Online learning, education, that all goes hand in hand. Maybe that's why. But I love sharing on LinkedIn. Ali says, bro, make videos on media query. Yeah, I should. I've done tons of media queries. And SAS variables and setting of breakpoints and just calling it like mobile break and all that. Daytona says, wow, I really messed up my English there. I just got into SEO. SEO is great. It ain't like the old school though. You know, you can't just like stuff keywords. In fact, don't use a keyword tag at all. It doesn't help. Where was a good course? Let me Daytona, let me go ahead and share something with you here. If I can find it. Let's see if I can find the right course. And it talks about, I think they have a brand new course just on SEO. I don't know if it's brand new, but it's pretty new. So here's Lindsay. She's great. She does inbound marketing. Let's see. Where are the courses? Okay. So review all. Inbound marketing. It's here. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it for you. Do they not have it here? Did they switch it up? Sorry about the wait, guys and gals. Right here, right at the top. Duh. SEO training course, building sustainable traffic for business growth in 2018. So this is a great one that you're going to want to check out. Definitely check that one out. If I were you, I did check it out and it was great. So for SEO, can't go wrong with that. Great to hear. Great to hear. Media queries. The hard thing is with me, Ali, and I should be making like all these like, you know, how-to videos. For me, I feel like they've already been done, right? And I don't. How can I say? It doesn't propel me forward to do a lot of these, but you guys are asking for it. For me, what I need to do is bring something different that's going to also help me want to make these videos, right? So online learning, simple ones like the how to get a computer science degree, even things like that, that takes a while to edit, right? And I am doing my own course on MERN, which is going to be great for me to get into the teaching, get my, you know, my teaching feelers out there so I can get used to that, and then probably go through something like media query. But I have kind of gone past that. Media queries are great. You got to use them, and but I'm sure there are a ton of channels out there that do a great job explaining what they do. But definitely a good topic to look into. I myself am kind of at a crossroads. Do I want to go more into like the design side or the development side, or somehow stay in the middle, which would be, for me, I would love to do UX. But there's a lot of work to be done to get into UX. So if I can get like a development job in MERN or something like that down the road, I would welcome that. But also in UX, I would also welcome that. Those are the two things I want to do. But I've also gotten a lot of marketing experience as well. Hey Neil, let me know if you got that link for Corey. I'm sure he'd love it. It's kind of hard to find, so I don't blame you if you haven't got it yet. Anyone else out there got questions, comments, projects to share? Put them in the chat. Love to see them. And how's everyone's summer shaping up, by the way? My summer, while I wait for some responses there and wait for some questions, my summer has been busy, all about work, but this week has almost been like a vacation, just setting up and stuff, not like go, sit at the computer. And it's kind of made me realize, again, how important health is, and that it doesn't take much to get back on track. So I'm noticing that my face is having a different shape, and my clothes are fitting better, and I'm able to think better and more creatively. So if you're into web development, don't skip out on your body. Neil says, Corey McAvoy, can I get your email? Heck yeah. Oh, Corey says, you should get into the Reactive Flux server. Get on. I could do that. That's something I could get behind. Reactive Flux. Of course, it seems like there's kind of like a weird mishmash here. Like, it seems through the live streams, what I'm noticing is that a lot of my viewers are beginners, and then I have some, and very few are like at advanced stage. So the Daytona Summer says, is a drag so far, looking for a junior dev job but learning. Just look for dev jobs, man, and junior or otherwise. Daytona, going on Indeed. Let's go ahead and look at Indeed. Daytona, where is your area? Let me know, and we'll look at this together. Why not, huh? We've got time. We can do this. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Corey says, oh, there's Corey's. Corey ain't shy about sharing that stuff. Nice, Corey, nice. Appreciate it. Once Daytona gives us his information, hopefully it's in the US. If not, it's okay. We'll still make it work. We're going to go on Indeed, and we're going to look through this with you, Daytona, and see if we can see a trend. Ooh, NYC. There you go. New York, I hope. Yeah, New York City, NYC. Okay, so let's go ahead and share this page here. So here's the page for LinkedIn, not LinkedIn. What is this thing called? Indeed. And so we'll just go to Indeed and put in New York. And what are we looking for? Developer jobs. But we got to get more granular than that. Daytona, let me know like what your stack is or what skills you have. And that can include design, marketing, any of that stuff in addition to your web development job. So let's just, web development skills. Let's just do front-end developer just to get started. Digital DJ pool? Are you kidding me? Heck, I used to be a DJ, and Digital DJ Pool is one of the places that I used to get all my tracks from. That's funny. Digital DJ Pool is dope in Brooklyn. And this looks easy. Not easy, but pretty easy. ASP.NET, that's a little bit crazy, but I've used it before. It looks like everyone's going to React, and I've seen a lot of applications switch over to React. But let's see what they have here. 5 years developing web applications with HTML5 less than Sass. Here's the thing with this like 5-year thing. It's going to be more applicable where you go, but apply anyway. Especially if you have like 2 or 3 years, just apply and put in your projects there and anything that makes you stand out. So like what I would do in like a cover letter is I would apply, like let's say apply now. Put all your stuff there, add a cover letter. I would make a cover letter, and first it has to be a job that I really want. And I know when you're a junior developer or just looking to get that job, that seems like a waste of time, and sometimes it can. But if you have something extra to share, do so. Like, hey, here's some projects I said. You can find them here. Or here's an article I wrote about my experience or my journey going through here. And then post a link in there. So I would go through something like, let's go to LinkedIn. And then like this is exactly what I would do. And I'd go here. I'd see my articles. And of course you got to write the articles, right? Let's see. See my articles, and I would take one of these articles and whatever one pertained to them and share it. Like, go here. Not that. Let's see. Let's go back down again. Like this one, like take this link and then put it in my cover letter. Whatever my cover letter was, I put it right in there. Corey says, I love the job descriptions that say must have 5+ years in React Native. Yeah, React has only been around since 2015. Yes, I mean, these are things that have been around, like the recruiters. And at my old job, we had a recruiter, and I said, hey, would you like me to help look over some of these with you? Just because I know that what's expected of them is not, sometimes they just can't know unless you're in the space. And if you're a technical recruiter, you got other jobs other than just what am I trying to say here? Other than just looking for that specific stack. So let's go ahead and keep on going. Did Daytona give us any more information about the job that he's looking for? Nope. So let's say front-end developer, we can just go through the list, right? Easily apply. Make sure that your resume is on point too. Make sure it's another way that you can do that. I might have mine up here. Give me just a moment here. Let me try to find. I might have it on my LinkedIn. The resume part. And if this all sounds like a bunch of work, it is. So let me share this here. Kind of enlarge it a bit. And it's kind of blurry, but you see it's not like super, how can I say, it's not like super graphic designy, but you can tell that I put some work in on it to make sure it looks nice, right? So learning about that, maybe having someone to help you make this, because you got to kind of know about spacing and alignment and how to use InDesign or Photoshop. But if you can do something like this or have someone do it for you, it's definitely worth its weight in gold. And then you can, if you're able to edit it, that's just another bonus point. And then just put them into these easily apply ones. National debt relief, that's kind of interesting. Grubhub, again, these 3 to 5 years of oh, sorry. So we have national debt relief. Grubhub is where we're at right now. 3 to 5 years of building highly scalable interactive applications. E-commerce preferred. Hey man, I got my job with 0 like professional years of experience, but I did have like 1 or 2 years. So it's possible, man. And I know that Aaron in beta got like his first job also that required 3 years without that amount. GraphQL required. I ain't worried about that. If you really like it, do it, and just you got to put in your cover letter. Hey, I know these things, and as you can see, I'm hungry to learn, or I'm quick to learn. I love to do it, man. But like, look at this one. Here's a junior end programmer, $40,000 to $45,000 for a New York Film Academy. That's pretty cool. That might be one. Write well-designed, testable, efficient code using Dreamweaver. That's kind of a weird thing to put in there. You got to look out for things like this. Why Dreamweaver? You know, why do I have to use that? Why do I have to use that? Why can't I use Visual Studio Code or Sublime Text? Cooperate with web designers to match visual design. This could be a good one to get in, but that's just to get in. HTML, CSS, and jQuery. Not bad, man. I could do this. I can get behind this. But I mean, it's in New York, so I don't know how far $45,000 or $40,000 is going to get you. But that's up to you, man. If you're able to take it, heck yeah. Corey says GraphQL has only been around for 2 years. Dreamweaver is a bit outdated, right? Yeah, I mean, it's bloated. It takes a long time to load. I used Dreamweaver at my previous job for a while, and it's confusing for me, and like setting up a server is hard. Granted, I could learn it and stuff, but it's Dreamweaver, man. Like, come on. There are better options out there. But if you have to learn it, you have to learn it. It just, I remember it took forever. Granted, at the beginning, my workstation was extremely slow. But we got that fixed. UX developer. All of these. Web design developer. You're going to have to do a lot of work, but I would get this one if you could, because you're going to learn a lot more. WordPress 3 years, web design 3 years. So there you go. There's a few things to look at. Sorry, I keep on getting my screens mixed up here. This is a web designer from Docero, and where was the other one I was looking at? UX developer. That would be a good one to get into. Junior front end developer at the New York Film Academy, right here. So let me get myself off screen there so you can see it. All right, 45, I can live with that. If you can live with that, like if you can literally like live, then yeah, go for it. Experience is what's going to matter the most in the beginning, anyway. Experience brings more money, so it only needs jQuery and familiarity with Photoshop if you can have it. If you have that, if you're a student or have been a student or know someone that in your family that's a student, you can get the Creative Cloud for dirt cheap. I think like $20. Now that might be a lot for you, but for the Creative Suite, $20 a month ain't bad. So you can start learning Photoshop there. And I think Team Treehouse has a track on that. So let me see. Let me see if they do. Just sign in here. I think. I don't know. I haven't signed in Team Treehouse forever. So, oh, there we go. Tracks. I don't have to sign in. Okay. Let's see. Design. Yep, they have a web design course, and it's 44 hours now. So it'll keep you busy, and that will give you the very base foundation for doing design, at least when it comes to web. Dana says, "Lol, I have a digital arts degree." Oh, so you know what you're doing. But it never hurts to go back and learn the foundations. But you know more than I do where you are with your skill level. So definitely, I always go back and do foundations. So maybe like every 12 to 18 months now. So go back and do some foundational stuff. So a year to a year and a half. Ew. Getting towards the end of the coffee. It's kind of cold. Not my favorite. So All right, so we've talked about how to get some of those skills. Jose, thanks for coming. I hear that Pluralsight is going to raise their prices. Yeah, they are. And I sent in a customer request for it, a customer question about it. And as long as you currently have like your price, you're kind of locked in, is what I think. But you got to be accountable to those shareholders now. So you expect Pluralsight to change a lot with shareholders wanting to get their money's worth. Right. Daytona says, right, I am just going to apply. I've been apply every day. Daytona, just remember that you got to do something that makes you stand out. Your cover letter is the best place to do that. And it doesn't have to be a super lengthy cover letter. In fact, better to the point is great, like a paragraph, maybe 2, with links and references to your work. I would do that. It's things that maybe are in your resume, but you can't really express fully in your resume. Like, oh, here's a project I work on. If you want to see if I really know what I know, like, this is just off the cuff. You can spruce it up. Reference this project here, or see this project here. Corey says, Jose, Udacity just raised their prices. React Native is now $1,000. It was $500. Is it even worth? Excuse me. Is it even worth $1,000? That's the other thing. That's too bad, man. I guess React is really valuable, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of not liking that, Corey. It should be affordable, right? But I get that it's becoming a popular thing. So I think that Team Treehouse is a way to go to get started, and then Udemy too. Those are probably the best places to go right now, but maybe they'll raise their prices as well. Frustrating. It's just in demand. Very expensive. I mean, considering all the stuff you have to do to get started, but you really need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then like algorithms before you do that. But if you don't know, right, then you do the nano degree. The thing that frustrates me is like it's 7 months and then nope, you're cut off. You can't do it anymore. That's it. For $1,000, come on now. Come on. Hopefully they've increased the quality of their code review or office hours, but you know, who knows. Yeah, that's a bit much for just a framework. I don't know, Jose. I mean, the market will decide. If people keep on taking it, then they'll keep the price there. React is legit, but it's still a framework. But React does make you become a better JavaScript developer or developer in general, because you have to learn how to parse things, you have to learn how to import, or excuse me, separate code, learn about components, and you can even do templating with JavaScript. You just learn so much ES6 that will carry on to anything else in JavaScript. So yeah, I am a fan of React because it really made me skill up, because I tried to use the thing and it was too unwieldy for me. So I had to go back and get the basic foundation. A great course for like ES6. I keep on talking about this course all the time. Ooh, ES6, the right parts. That's pretty cool too. Is this one right here. This one right here, Rapid Training with Mark Zamoyda. It's older, but it still has a lot of stuff. And it looks like they have some new stuff too. So ES6, the right parts. I haven't seen this. Yeah, it just came out in March. Ooh, with Kyle Simpson. Dang. Yeah, I would get this one. Kyle Simpson is dope, and it's a 5-hour course. That's a lot of time. Maybe watch that one on the treadmill or something. That's what I might do, because I know a lot about these things. Maybe just take a look at it. Any other questions? Any other projects people are working on? Let me know in the project. Not in the project. Let me know in the comments section. Man, it always seems like there's always so much to learn. Like, I want to do that ES6 course now. It's 5 hours. But I got a bunch of other things I got to do, like the MERN stack with Stephen Greider, Advanced React and Redux with Stephen Greider. But if I could, I would stick to ES6 and JavaScript in general, just because I know that they're going to carry on to Angular or whatever you choose. So, my 2 cents, but it's hard when you want that job. Guarv says, making responsive web pages is such a pain when using Bootstrap and self-CSS. It's a necessary evil, but I feel your pain. You want to get to the interactive stuff, the stuff that they pay you the big bucks for. But if it looks good, that's also, that makes you stand out. I mean, there's other frameworks out there, Bulma and stuff. But I think when you make your own, then you can really have an appreciation for it. You can kind of see where to go. I myself don't like Bootstrap just because I know how to use CSS pretty well, and I've made my own frameworks before and like production level code, so I don't really feel like I need that. Granted, the framework it could have been better, but now it's just like, oh yeah, just code this up. Let me share with you the site that I made a while back, which is right here, RSNI. So this was for the previous, and I did the design, the development, hooking it up to the back end, doing the templating language here that allows you to do it from the back end. So all of this I had to do, which was huge for me, including the frameworks and stuff. So it's fully responsive because I made it that way with media queries on my own, and it uses BEM. I would do it differently now. See, it's like, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's very, very responsive, and it's not done on just like set breakpoints. Although I have them, like, oh, everything should change on this on mobile or whatever. So if you take a look here, you can see that we have classes here using the BEM model. I think I went a little bit too crazy with this BEM naming convention as they get really, really long, but maybe not. Maybe I can change it. And I have helper classes just like in Bootstrap. Dana loves material. How many queries you use? I mean, it depends. I can't remember. Lots, because it was done on content, not on like set sizes. There were a lot because it's just like, well, this component will need to look like this and this when you size it. So more than I would have liked, but at the end of the day, it was fine. I did some performance on it too. A lot of performance with the images and swapping out images for icons and stuff like that. So using Font Awesome. Anything going on in Discord? Man, glad that people in Discord came by the way. It doesn't look like our stuff was shared in the self-taught programmers group, which is sad. That's all right though, because we got a lot of people here. 6 people. That's pretty good for a small channel like mine. I'm happy when we got 6. It's a party. Guarv says so we can use many queries. It's not that bad. It depends. Like it thrashes. If it thrashes your design, then yeah. And it also depends on who your users are and what their internet is looking like, right? So you can. A lot of people say it's that bad. I think like the old school way of thinking is that a lot of media queries are bad. If someone knows why or has their own take on it, let me know. It just kind of like makes you re-render the content, but it's not as bad as you think, especially if you're on like a smartphone, because it's already going to stay for the most part at that size, right? It only has to re-render once. But if you're on on a desktop, then it might re-render several times if you're doing what I'm doing, which is crazy. I just want it to look good on a tablet or what have you. So Corey says, check out Flexbox and CSS Grid. Yeah, we're always about that Flexbox here. I use Flexbox for that project. A few tricky things in like Internet Explorer where you have to explicitly set the width, but other than that, you're good. Daytona says, yeah, media queries are life now. Media queries are life. Media queries, I mean, it's kind of funny because a lot of these old school programmers are like, oh, it's so complicated. Yeah, it is, but that's the way we live. So there you go. I can't wait to get into CSS Grid. I just haven't really gotten into using CSS Grid because, well, it takes it's not supported well. So if we go to Can I Use, take a look. This is, oh, that's supported better than it used to. But Can I Use, Internet Explorer, Opera Mini. Let's look at Flexbox. Flexbox. 96% global, unprefixed 95. So CSS grid is where it's at. Ooh, down here, doesn't support it here. But 87%, it's getting up there. So maybe it is a good time to learn Flexbox. Maybe I should be doing that. So many things to learn. Can't learn them all at once. Drives me nuts. Want to learn them all. What else you guys want to talk about today? What you got for me? Questions, opinions, my opinions. So long as it's not like not related to web development. If you ask me an opinion on something like political, ain't gonna happen, bruh. Ain't gonna happen. Oh, how many of you seen the new intro, by the way? Let me know. If any of you, if you saw that new video that I came out with, then you saw the new intro at the beginning. Do you like it better than the previous ones, or not, or why, or your thoughts on that help me a lot thinking about if I made the right choices or not. Garv says, what's your opinion about WordPress? WordPress is dope. I wouldn't want to code in it all day, but WordPress powers a lot of the web. And let's see. Give me just a moment here. This is my gripe. So here we go. Let me pull this up. So if we type into Google WordPress, we've got our WordPress developer or PHP developer salary $57.59. Average is 71,000. Now let's do something like a front-end developer salary, 72.95. Back-end developers, front-end 76. Software engineers 95. So you're able to get into this range kind of. And let's do like a MERN developer salary. So Node.js developer, 83 to 120. That's kind of what you're looking at right there. So that's what you're looking at compared to WordPress. That's my gripe. Neil says the intro was really nice. Thank you very much. It's a combination of something I bought because I wasn't going to spend all that time on the beginning, and something I also heavily modified it, so it looks right. The red swipe and the changing colors of the words. Those were my things, and the music is different. So, and there's like a part where it pulses out for a minute. I should have done that, but I already did it. So, it was before I added the wipe. Those are different. Oh, and the code video I added too. Garv says, I see 70 to 80% work on freelance sites are just WordPress. Yep, for sure, because a lot of people use WordPress. It's cheap, it's easy to get up and going, but you're also going to be working at the lower end for words. Jose says, yeah, intro looks good. Thank you very much. I know Node.js, not PHP. That's fine. And you might have to know PHP if you're going to do WordPress. Like, not might, you will. It's based off of WordPress. But you have a great foundation because you know some backend development. So you kind of know how a backend server works. It might be a little bit different, but you have the general concepts. Not a big deal. Oh, another thing is I decided to shorten up the intro because I think it takes too long. Like, yeah, we all know what's going on here. So I thought 6 seconds or how long it is. I think it's like 5 seconds. The other one was 8 seconds. So you're not waiting forever for the new stuff to start. Hopefully that does it for you. Every second counts now on YouTube. It's pretty hardcore. Guarv says, creating new web app for requesting for tutor. Can you give me some more information on that, Guarv? And I'll try to, if that is a question. If not, then sorry, I misunderstood there. More questions, more comments are always appreciated. That's what we're here for. I've talked a lot, so trying to get you to get involved. That's what I'm doing here. That's what the live streams are for. Any comments, any questions, anything really like that, I'm more than happy to do. If you have resources that you found really helpful too, feel free to share them. They're great for me. They help me out. They do everyone else a favor here. So do it. You know, that's what this course, that's what this channel is about, is sharing resources, really. The core of it, the essence of it. Is anyone working on career skills that aren't web development? And if so, are they helping you? Put those down in the description. I did a book, actually. I can understand Guarv. He's making an app in which you can get a tutor on demand. Sweet. Yeah, I asked the question and then I forget because of the delay. My apologies. Sorry, Guarv. That's on me, not you. Let me just pull up my Audible here. Show you my library about some books I do when I'm walking and stuff. And I'll also listen to some courses when I'm walking. This is a pretty good one, actually. Intuitive Design, 8 Steps to Intuitive UI. And you can just listen to it in the background and learn about what's intuitive. What does that even mean, right? What does intuitive mean, and how to think about it when you're talking to a designer or a developer or what have you. And then exactly what to say, the magic words to influence and impact people. This is good for selling or getting your ideas across and having a lot of things to say and how to put things in your favor. And it's only it's only an hour and 14 minutes. That's a good one too. These are the two I highly recommend right now. I've been listening to a lot outside of web development. Well, UX is still kind of in development. Native mobile app. Yeah. You got me on that mobile app stuff. What are your tips for making front end awesome? Guarv says design first. First content. Content is king. That might not be on your side. Then design, and then performance. Unless it's like super ridiculously slow. Those are the three main things. It has to be mobile responsive. It's no longer like a nice to do. It's required. The other thing is functional, but of course that's so like a cop-out. Does it get the user what they need and no more, right? Does it let them know where they're at? For instance, it might seem trivial, but a few things I did on this site here is redirect to a blog post if they want to learn more. Does it give them more stuff? And it goes through here, and once they've read all this information, tell me more about RSNI. And so things like that, and it leads them through a funnel. Or if they go through like a retailer opportunity, we let them know right here that this is where they're at, CenturyLink. And then they can go through again. Here's a article. Here's how to become a retailer. Here's some ways to get started. Thinking about the journey as a whole, not just as front end development. Granted, that's like a bigger scope than front end development, but that's going to be part of your job. So knowing how that goes into play. Hopefully that answers your question there, Guarv. Great question, by the way. Great question. Really like that one. 7 watching is pretty good. Pretty good for a Saturday. I ain't mad. We've had a few come in, a few go. Appreciate it either way. Appreciate the messages. Guarv says, my front end colors is not looking that good. Confused what colors to use. I got you. I got you, man. Give me just a moment here and I'll show you something that will help. You want to use complementary colors, but here's a quote-unquote easy way. I'm kind of like, I don't know if lazy is the right way, but I'm not as good with color coding. So I like to do monochromatic a lot, or complementary. So before it was like blue and orange, those were complementary. If we go here, complementary is like on the kind of like the opposite side. So complementary, see how we kind of have like an orange. Let me get my mug off the, oh no! Let me get my mug off the screen here. Okay, so this is called Cooler from Adobe, and it's free to use. I'm gonna post this in the live dashboard. Hopefully it will let me go through here. Let's see. Let's go like this. And this just shows you all the different complementary things to use. Yeah. So check in the comments for that. Let's go back to the color wheel. So you can get a bunch of different ideas, like, oh, let's get our primary color or our main color here. Like I like yellow. Let's do that all there. But you also should know about the meaning of your colors, and you can do that. I mean, it depends on where you're at in the world. That will determine like what colors you have or what colors are appropriate. But a lot of them are universal. Just make sure it's the same in your country. For me, in America, red means action or danger, but that's why I switched. It also matches YouTube pretty well. I switched my stuff. Blue is trust and like tech, but I want to go towards more action. So monochromatic red, you can kind of see a theme. I'll pull up my YouTube channel even here to give you an idea. I just used that to do mine. So let's see, where is my channel? Maybe I just go here. Oh, there we go, my channel. So red, lighter, like kind of like a pink, but it's all on like the same color, just kind of like faded out, and then just white. So I do actually use these things. It's not just something I make up. What's the site name? Guarv says, thanks. I think you see it up here. It's adobe.com create https://color.adobe.com/create/color, on and on and on. But it's just in the comments. So if you're watching this at a later time, look at the comments. Or if you're watching this now, look at the comments. Hopefully that will get you on the right track there, Guarv. Now, it's not a, it doesn't do everything. You still got to do a lot of thinking about why you're using that specific color, or at least the base color. But that should get you on the right track. Good questions coming from Guarv. Guarv's holding it down today. Any other questions or comments from anyone else? I know Corey's got a lot of experience in the tech world, even if he's not a developer. Just calling you out there, Corey. Again, more things that you'd like to see from the channel. That's always great for me. I know a lot of Corey wants some more flashy titles, and I think I know that you're right there, Corey. I got to get some better titles. Like looking at someone like Casey Neistat. Like, he has super spammy titles, but he's legit. So maybe that's a few things that I have to look at. Maybe look at Casey Neistat stuff. Corey says thanks. Yeah, calling you out, Corey. My pleasure, Corey. Daytona says, I need some tips making sales. All right. Developing takes more time to think than coding. Agree? They go hand in hand. Like, coding, like if I'm following a template, yeah, it's just till I can type it out. For small business, who really needs a website? Daytona says, oh, killing me, Daytona. But I kind of agree with you on there. First, if you're a small business, you need to get a Facebook page. It's easy to create. A lot of people are on there and start selling on Facebook. And then look into making a website. Maybe at the same time while you do that. You'll get a better idea of who your customers are and are able to get up and going faster. And then you can make a website that kind of fits that niche that you might not have even thought. Like, oh, it seems like a lot of people on Facebook are between these ages. That'd be a good starting off point to create a website for this type of person with a copy and all that stuff. And also what they want. Developing takes more time than coding. Developing and coding go hand in hand, right? That's when you know you're getting a lot better because you got to think about your code. How's it going to last for a long time? All that stuff. It does take a lot more upfront planning. Sometimes I say like, oh, this thing only took me 2 hours, but to get to that 2 hours, the pre-planning took like 2 months. So before I even knew how to do any of this. So yeah, I agree with you. Daytona, let me go ahead and pull up that site again I had. Not Pluralsight. There's a lot of audio blocks, books, not audio blocks, Audible books that I have to recommend. Give me just a moment here while I look for it. Keep the questions coming in too. Love seeing them, and I'll do my best to get to every single one, and I'm pretty sure I can. I don't see why I couldn't today. Here, right here, exactly what to say is number 1 on the list right now because it's so quick, so fast. And that's going to help you sell. How to pitch anything, also a good one to look into. It's kind of like, this guy's kind of like your typical sales guy, but it's good to hear, to learn about ways that you're going to square up against people to do sales. I think that's it for the books. Let me see if I have an old one here. Oh, let's see. Any good ones here? There's a closer survival guide. That's okay too. But the first 2, let's go back. Exactly what to say and how to pitch anything. So take a look at those. Those are good audiobooks. Easy way to get started into sales. Udemy, you should also learn how to present. That's going to help you out a lot. So let's see if I have these archived maybe. I have, oh, right here. This one right here. Jason Tedick, author, keynote. This is an old course I took. I mean, he probably keeps it updated, but for me, I remember it was pivotal. Learning how to talk, learning how to face people. Business presentation course. He calls it something different now. Money-making presentation. Do that because learning how to present is just going to be overall great for you. It will make you look composed, make you look more professional. There was another one here. Body Language for Entrepreneurs. Right here. By Vanessa. Vanessa, what's her name? I can't remember her name. 5.5 hours. This was also pivotal. Vanessa Van Edwards. And I did these way longer, even before I got into web development. Super critical to my growth. All right, let's see. What you use, React or Angular? I use React. React all the way. And right now I got to learn server-side React because I got to teach it. Oh, I'm so stressed. Daytona says, that is a good idea. Find business pages without websites and pitch them a build. Yeah, that is a good idea. You are right, Daytona. Guav says, does that make look better or just speed up time for developing? It can do both, really. It's just an easier way to manage state. Holy crap. Have you ever tried to manage state with jQuery? Terrible. But you can also compartmentalize things easier. I don't know. I can't speak for Angular. But yeah, those things are going on. Andres Garcia, 809, says, yo, Ricky, great job on being constant with the vids, especially this Q&A. Yeah, they're the easiest ones. That's why I do them. Especially when moving and stuff is hard. Do you have any suggestions on where to take an Angular course? React is not really popular in my area. I don't, but Dylan Israel does. Let's find him, and I'll see if I can find something there. He's an Angular developer right now, so he knows. Let's see. Let me see if we can find some stuff here. If you're ever able to catch a live stream, ask him on his live stream because he knows all the things. But he has a lot more comments, so it's harder to get a direct answer from him rather than me. So check him out. I don't have any direct ones, but that will give you a at least somewhere to go. Daytona likes Angular. There's this one on Udemy. If you find something by Maximilian, that's a good place to start. Let's see. Or Academy Mind. He's just a good guy, and I've done things for jQuery, Node.js, and React from him. So he's legit. Let me pull this thing up here. Let's see. Maximilian Schwarzmuller. This one. I haven't taken it, but I've taken enough of his courses to know that he knows his stuff and is pretty good most of the time. Almost all the time with Angular. Great questions. Love the questions, guys and gals. Appreciate you commenting. It does help, and that's what we're here to do at the live Q&A, is ask questions. So thanks for doing that, and have comments, and share any resources that you have here on the chat as well. It just helps people get into web development, right? hanging out. The live streams seem to be doing better, at least in the moment, like when we do them. Of course, the thing with live streams is that once you do them, they don't go very far. Like, people will watch them and then you're done, right? But today, great stuff. Andre says, thanks. I actually follow Dylan. I did not know he was an Angular dev. I'll look up his vids. Yeah, do it. If you can find him on live stream, and you can get him to answer your question. Although, like I said, he has a lot of subscribers now. So when he goes live, there are a lot of questions. So maybe someday I'll get there, but right now you're in luck. It's just me and you guys, me and 7 of you guys. He has 45K subscribers compared to my what, like 3,600 subscribers. So Guarv says, do you use MDM docs for JS developing? Absolutely. It's funny because, like, when you start out, you hate, like, documentation and stuff, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's on MDM, or oh yeah, it's like, you know, there's some documentation on this. Like, yes, I use MDM all the time, and I love it. Like, I really do like the Mozilla Developer Network documentations. It just takes time to get familiar with. It might take a year or two, even 6 months. Hang in there, you're gonna start to love it. Daytona says, it is my way of breaking into it. I made a Yelp clone with it. Tight. Awesome. Andres Garcia says, thanks at Daytona. I'll look into Udemy. Neil says, he does good with how many questions he gets. Yeah, he's pretty good. Dylan's the truth. He's my hero. I hope to be like him when I grow up. Although he's only like a year or less older than me, so I don't know how that's going to work. No, Dylan's a good guy. Hashtag not sponsored. Although I have been on his channel a few times. True story. So let's keep this question train going, or these comment trains going. If you want my opinion on anything, let me know. Oh, I haven't done my spiel yet. I haven't asked you to like this video if you like the content, and do me a favor if you haven't subscribed, and sub and hit the notification if you like this stuff. Of course, that's what we do here: online personal development and web development. If you're new, which I think most of you guys are subscribed. But either way, Guarv says, I made it into a web app, but I still don't understand properly how to use JS. That's normal, man. That's normal. And I know it feels weird to not feel normal. You're going to have to do something else, or do it again, or look through your stuff and say, I don't know what this is. Google it, then look at it. It's just to change HTML content. That's fine. That's how I felt too. I mean, remember when we were kids, or if you have your own small kids, you just had them read, and sometimes they'll read something, but they're not really reading. It's like, bat, dog, small. That's okay, because you know that they're getting there. You're getting there. You have to kind of do that part. And then you go over it over and over again. You learn smaller pieces, like how to pronounce your letters and vowels. And oh yeah, the exceptions, like ah. So now I know how to write out a variable. Something like that. Yeah, and that's okay. You have to be all right with that. Check out nativescripting.com. You can learn native Angular development there. Thank you very much. Does that happen with you too in your early development time? Yeah, it does. Absolutely, Guarv. It does, it does, it does. I get that feeling as well. So, you know, I feel you. And it's a dumb feeling to have. You feel so dumb, but it's a normal feeling. And it doesn't go away all the time. You just learn to accept it. So just keep on learning, man. I gotta say, I have not been like coding for almost a week. Again, like I keep on having these huge spans, but this time, like literally, like at home, no coding, just by getting set up and like rebranding the channel, and it's driving me crazy. You know, I'm getting kind of like itchy, ready to code. So I did fix a few bugs on my portfolio. If you guys haven't seen it, let me go ahead and pull that up. Give me just a moment here. Here we go. Here's the portfolio app, and there's a whole video series on creating it. I would check if you want to see like React with Mern. It's all here. It's very basic with Mern and stuff and Node.js, but like the way it's calling things. Oh, I gotta fix this. I don't like that. For some reason, that's gone. Dang it. Things you learn when you go through these things. I'll put it in the comment section here. Andre says, thanks. Some good free resources. Yeah, thank you. Daytona's on it today. On fire. Thanks for helping out in the chat, by the way. I need to set another guy as admin here. Not that I have anything bad going on, but I'm going to add you as a moderator, Corey. I don't know if you're still here, but now I have a couple moderators. Help me out on the channel. Neil, too. And then that should be enough. Because we're starting to grow here. Guarv says, here are some people that don't understand the difference between typist and developer. I laugh sometimes about it. Here, some people don't. Oh, man. Although, to be a great developer, I suggest you become a great typer. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but especially when you're doing like online tutorials and they're just whipping through it, if you can type, it's going to keep you up with the tutorial. A lot. My pleasure, Corey. Definitely on here enough. Thought I should. We will rid the world of trolls. Hey, the new moderator here. Laying down the law. So, thanks for that. Andres Garcia says, by the way, at Daytona, how can I make your name be highlighted? You set the @ symbol behind it, and that lets them know that you're talking to them. So if you just put the @ symbol, and I can't get it to work on. I can do it on like my laptop, not my laptop, my desktop on a computer, but I don't know how to do it on my phone yet. But that's how I do it on a computer, Andres. But let us know how you do it, Daytona, and how you are able to call someone out on their name, because I'd like to know too. Nice. Oh, all right. So let's see what else we have here. Questions, comments, likes, all those things. Hit me up. Unfortunately, my link was not shared in the programming Facebook group, which is a drag because I really like that, because they always have good questions for the most part. Sometimes the trolls come from there. When I get hungry, my brain stops working, Corey says. I never get hungry because I'm always snacking. When I get tired, like real tired, like 5 hours or less of sleep, then I have a really hard time focusing, which is a drag. So I got to be careful with that. Andres Garcia says, so true. I need to get my game up when it comes to typing. Thanks to you for answering all our questions. My pleasure, Andres. And guess what? I think I have... No, I know I have a video on typing. Let me try to pull it up here for you, and I'll put it in the comments. So hopefully that'll give you kind of like a starting off point. And it's like a 3-minute video. And it's like it was never popular, but I think it will get you where you want to go. There you go. When you add my name, it highlights on my screen so I can see it, but it will not highlight on yours. So when I look at you, it makes sure that you see it, but it does not highlight on mine. Daytona was saying. Okay. Thanks for explaining that. See, like, take a look here. I see what you're saying. Give me just a moment, and I'll show it to... if I can figure it out. Jeesh. How the heck do I make this thing work? Okay. Here we go. So right here. Sorry, my face is in the way here, but you can see, you know, it's highlighted here, Andres, and then it's not. Like I did Daytona's name here. It's not highlighted. Then he did it here. My iPhone is not working at Ricky Garcia. I think it is. I think it is, man. It just doesn't look like that. So now we know. Now there you go. Look at me. We figured it out together, guys, and it's not web development. Good job. Good job, team. That's nice to know too, Daytona, because I wasn't sure if it was working on my phone or not. More questions, more comments. Anything in like the developer world? Any hot topics going on? Let me know. I'd like to talk about them. Well, it looks like we're kind of winding down here. Let's see. Andre says, "Yeah, I see it." What Daytona said. Nice. Already using it. It looks like we're winding down here. If we don't have any more questions, I think I'll call it a day. Got 2 more days before I start. Got to get the exercise in. Got to get these courses on. I'm doing a lot of Adobe Experience Manager and Jira right now, so I've got to get on those and get that in before I start, as well as React and stuff. Project ideas, Andre says, portfolio number 1, small business site number 2. Daytona says cookie messages everywhere. Cookies messages everywhere. How do I feel about it? It is what it is, man. It's just that we have them. Project ideas, portfolio, and small business static website. If you're past that, a small business static website with a form submission. Guarv says, I think most web just do CRUD operations, only in different ways. Absolutely, I agree with you. The new moderator says, I have been following a new YouTuber, Ben Awad. He makes a new YouTube video every day. Very crazy. He's got that Casey Neistat style. I wish I could do that, but I got other things, and I want to become a better developer. There's so many things that go on. Like making a video takes forever. And it kind of drives me nuts, especially like that first new one that we made on computer science degree. I learned some new transitions and made a new intro and added a lot of cards. That took me a while. Actually, like talking didn't take me very long. So yeah, hopefully it won't take me as long now. I want to focus on my education because I need it. So anyway. That's it for today. Thanks for coming by. If you have if you like this content and you haven't done so yet, leave me a like. It helps me out a ton. Helps the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed and you do like the content, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get a notification on every time I go live or do a new video. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming by, and I'll talk to you guys later. And have a good one.